After escaping Eden, Lilith now, with her brand new sprouted wings, is flying over the desert. She's feeling freedom for the first time since she has been created, except for those brief moments during the first day with Adam. While flying over the desert, she sees the sea that touches the desert and decides that is where I will go. She says, the shore of the blue sea, the edge where desert and water met, was a dynamic place for my transformation. I landed there, the sand, for the very first time. She says, the beach stretched forever, with hot sands of promise and the relief of the water. Date palms offered shade and sweet refreshment. During the walk, I was filled with satisfaction and solitude. I had no earthman and none of his demands. She describes it as being able to turn whenever her spirit was moved to do so. She watched the sunset. With her imagination, would think of another Lilith on the other side of the water. She too was free and content with her aloneness. She too had sprouted wings and found her freedom. She was all the company I needed. When the sky grew dark, I continued my walk. For the first time, I could be immersed in the shadows without Adam holding me back. As the darkness became complete, I noticed that when the soles of my feet touched the sand, sparks of light were ignited. My footsteps glowed, and each step took me farther away from Adam's rigid definitions. Each step took her closer to a cave, and this cave intrigued her because she felt something more than darkness in there. She noticed something so dark that she had never seen before, that the shadow almost seemed purple. She then climbs up into the cave and says that she felt this coolness surround her as if it was water. And once she was in, she decided that this looked like the perfect domain for her, with one entrance and filled with impenetrable darkness. How good it felt to sink into darkness, like a return home. During the night, she wakes up and feels like she's being watched. She sees in the shadows 3 figures that were looking over her. From the heat they emanated, she realized right away that they were not like the Earthman Adam. They were something different. He describes them as being made of other stuff. The first one was small, dark, and intense. And he says, Lilith, where do you think you are? She replies, I'm in my cave. How do you know me? We are messengers of God, says the figure. We are Sanvai. Bowing his head, he said, pointed to the others and said, Sansavai and Semanglof.